Hello everyone, my name is Al Jennings of Boston, Massachusetts, and this week's lesson is on writing the fader on vocals, aka manual compression. When mixing a song, one general rule of thumb is to keep the vocalist up front. Adjustments like this will modify the vocal's musical dynamics. Say you have a vocal track that you want to be up front or in focus, but the dynamics of the music itself make certain part of the vocal tracks get buried in the mix, meaning the volume of the vocals fall below the volume of the music. You will want to adjust the dynamics of the vocal track to always stay just above the music track. Now, there are many ways to do this or to fix it or improve it. You could use a compressor. However, unless you use automation on certain adjustments of your compressor settings like threshold, ratio, attack, and release times, you will be stuck with how the compressor is set up initially. So if you have a song with varying range and dynamics, and you may end up with the vocals just right in one part of the song, but too low or too high in the rest. Another way of doing this is a technique called writing the vocals. Some folks today still manually ride the vocal fader on the board while doing the mix down, which is very tedious. But today with automation, you can paint in your automation by hand or use a plugin like Wave's Vocal Writer to do it on the fly and write the automation for you. When doing this, you want to follow the transient of the signal, but in truth, you really want to listen to the feel of the song and how the listener will perceive it. So here's an example of doing it manually. So what you could do is right now I've got this track. This is a vocal track of a female singer, and right now I've got the automation set on. So this is the automation. The blue line represents the current fader level, the current volume. So what you can do is manually paint this, and to do this you just pick one of the many animation tools right here, and we're going to use freehand. And you can actually draw it in, and I'm not going to be precise about it, but you kind of want to raise and lower it as the song goes. And by doing this, if you watch this fader down here, when we hit play, so it's basically moving up and down to go with the automation that you just set up. So, this is one of the many ways to do it. Now, another way to do it, let's just undo this, is to use a plugin like Wave's Vocal Writer, which I mentioned earlier. We do have it set up here. I've already done it so that it's kind of already in there. This is the line represented in the back. So what we'll do is we'll actually switch to the Vocal Writer, and the plugin is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually play the song and watch the fader as it's set up.
The skyline where I can see the beauty below, caught in a whirlwind, chasing the landscape, telling myself I don't want to go because...
Now, so this is a plugin. Not everybody has a plugin like this. Again, there's many different ways of doing it. You can manually paint it in. So in reflection, writing the fader will clean up your mix and kind of give you more of a punch. And also note that this technique applies to all tracks. You could use it on your master fader and raise and lower the entire song to give it more of a dynamic and feel. So again, there's many, many options of using this tool. I'd like to thank you again for watching my tutorial. My name is Al Jennings of Boston, Massachusetts. And we'll see you next week. Thanks.